Hey guys, it's Georgia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to take notes. So these were my notes. They were okay. They just were there for me to be creative, but these are my notes now. They are so much better. I can find things, understand my handwriting, and get good grades on tests. I like to use a lined notebook because it just creates that perfect page of notes. I also like to use the zebra midliners, and I also like to use the Paper Mate black pens. I have the Flair and just the Joy pens, and then just normal pencils. My titles are pretty basic. I don't like to do something big. I used to, but that just kind of wore me out and made me want to write basic notes more. So I just use lowercase handwriting. I heard that you're only supposed to take 20 seconds on your title at a time. That should be it. It shouldn't be any more or any less. Sometimes I like to add a little note underneath my title just to say what this notes are going to be about, because sometimes I make more than one note on the same topic and I might want to look back.
My name is Maddie Wood.
How to notes.
Los Angeles, California.
That's when I realized I did bad grammar on this and I did not feel like redoing it, so yeah, that's it. So to start off my notes, I always say key points unless the teacher is telling me something I need to write down. But I just highlight it with one of my midliners. One of the most important parts of notes is having good handwriting. If you don't have good handwriting, it's just going to look sloppy and messy. A best way to have better handwriting is to have a steady hand and just take your time. Unless the teacher is being really fast, then you just take your time. And if it's really important, you can just ask them to repeat it. Next up is boxing. I did it for handwriting and I'll do it again. I think boxing is one of the most important things too, because highlighting can make it look sloppy if you don't get it right the first time. It just shows exactly what important parts you think you want to remember and come back to, and you can even use that as flashcards or something like that. I do that with everything in the key points. And lastly is drawing pictures. Representations can be great for your notebook and it can make even better looking notes. I like to do it mostly in science and CGS class or history, as many other people would know. It just makes your notes look more creative. Another important thing is getting your format down. Once you understand how you want your notes to look and how they are formatted on your page, it'll be great. They will look perfect and flawless. You can really look at any video or any type of instructions on how to take notes, but it's never going to be perfect to you. You gotta experiment and figure out how you like things, what supplies you want to use. One of my favorite ways to switch up notes is to use themes. So themes are things that could be themed on anything. Some of my favorites are holidays or colors or just new season or weather. If it's sunny outside, draw a sun or have yellow notes. I think it's just a fun way to customize your notes and make them look different from everyone else's. Also wanted to include that sometimes I write so much that the note page is completely filled up. Instead of going on the back of that page I've already done, I sometimes find that the marker blends through or bleeds through, not blends, through the page and just makes those notes not as pleasing to look at. So I just like to go on to the next page. I know it's kind of paper wasting, but I've already used that paper one way, so I just don't like to risk it to go through the next page that I'm working on. I just feel like that can really affect how I make my notes look. So another thing is motivation. I used to love taking notes, but then that motivation kind of just drained me because of doing different things that just made me not want to take notes. Sometimes I don't find the motivation, but then I remember that having motivation is to get good grades and just have pretty notes and feel organized and less stressed about those notes you took in. I personally like to pop out my notebook when there's a review going on for a test that could be next week, next month, or sometime in the future. I just feel like that helps me remember 10 times better than just me thinking about it during the test. I also like to go over my text or my notes before that test class, so then I just kind of get a free So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped your note taking, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!